And local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM-TV5 News at 5:30.
A live look at I-75 in Flint, where volunteers traveled from near and far to make it to the North End Soup Kitchen to pass out clean water to residents in Flint earlier today.
For weeks, the city has faced scrutiny for issues with its water supply, so TV5 partnered with AbsoPure to provide clean water to those in need.
The water arrived at shelters on Thursday, and today it made its way to the people.
Ben Bowman reports.
They're not even teenagers yet, but already these students are showing more concern about their community than about themselves.
Because we're serving coffee today, and it makes me feel good to give them a warm drink when it's cold outside.
Today, Grace and 14 of her 6th grade classmates from Seymour Elementary in Flushing visited the North End Soup Kitchen.
I better not never do nothing wrong.
They handed out water. They handed out food, and they did it with love in their hearts. Now remember, they aren't even in high school yet, but still they're displaying an adult-like understanding of benevolence.
It feels really good because, you know, you're helping people, and it's like really nice because you get a nice feeling.
And we get to say help them and make their lives better. It just kind of touches my heart.
Julia Samea teaches many of the students who stepped in to help out. Samea says you shouldn't get it twisted. Today was a treat for the students too.
You know, I love seeing how the kids are so enthusiastic and energetic. They are, as you can see, they're helping everybody that comes through the door.
Amazing.
Why?
Because you're helping people.
Now it's a lesson in civic responsibility done the old-fashioned way by rolling up your sleeves. The water they gave out came from AbsoPure, the company teaming up with TV5 Rescue Squad to provide free drinking water where it's needed most. As the Seymour Knights get ready to say see you later, they have one more thing they want you to know.
Seymour cares!
Reporting in Flint, Ben Bowman, WNEM-TV5.
And if you would like to see more from our visit to the North End Soup Kitchen to drop off donations, you can visit WNEM.com.
A live look over Saginaw, where today's sunshine came with a bit of a bite. Will the chilly temps stick around? Meteorologist Brian Bachman is in the Weather Center with the first look at the forecast. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, David. Good evening to all of you at home. A little bit of changing weather as we head into the weekend, but not before we enjoy at least a very quiet Friday evening. Plenty of lingering sunshine out there, and all in all, really, despite the slightly more harsh cold out there today at times, it really wasn't all that bad when you factored in the sunshine. Let's get you updated on how things stand as we look ahead to the weekend, and we are eyeing at least now the possibility of some snow as we head into Sunday. You can see some winter storm watches extend from parts of Pennsylvania through Iowa, and they do come into at least Michigan's southernmost counties. We're kind of on the fringe of that storm by the way it looks right now. I'll talk more about that coming up in the full forecast. As for this evening, just some lingering clouds that will be on a little bit of an increase, but we're keeping an eye on that storm. You can see it there on your First Warn 5 Sky Tracker over the Four Corners region right now. Actually bringing a little bit of rain this evening to the site of Super Bowl 49 on Sunday. Before that storm gets here, you can see some snow showers across northern parts of Minnesota. That more likely to be our Saturday weather. Looking beautiful, though, by our current conditions in both Saginaw and Bay City, albeit chilly. Low 20s for you in Bay City with sunshine right now, 19 in Saginaw. The wind chills, not all that much of a factor this evening. 21 in Midland, 19 in Flint, both with clear skies for the moment. But we'll go mostly cloudy later this evening as temps once again slowly dip down into the teens. Full update coming up on that Sunday storm in your full forecast.
Brian, thank you. A legal issue could drag out the burial for a newborn who was dumped in the trash and found at a recycling center near Detroit. According to the Detroit Free Press, under state law, the baby's next of kin is empowered to make funeral arrangements and disposition decisions. The problem, his mother, 24-year-old Angela Alexi, is in custody and charged with his murder. His father is not known. Law enforcement officials say they are working to find legal loopholes to get this baby laid to rest. He is currently at the morgue, where workers have affectionately named him Henry Alexander McComb. And looking across Michigan, a Detroit police officer who fatally shot a 7-year-old girl during a raid back in 2010 will not go on trial a third time. The first 2 trials ended without a verdict. The Wayne County prosecutor announced she is dropping the only remaining charge, a misdemeanor, against Joseph Weekly. The officer accidentally fired his gun, striking Ayanna Stanley Jones in the head while she slept on a couch in a Detroit home.
The results are in, and the North American International Auto Show was a rousing success. Organizers say that more than 808,000 people attended the two-week-long event in Detroit. That number beats last year's total by more than 5,000. Nearly 103,000 visitors attended the event's final day on Sunday. The show was open to the public for 9 days from January 17th to the 25th.
A former contractor for Ford has filed a complaint alleging he was fired for criticizing the automaker's efforts to support the gay community. The complaint was filed Wednesday with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission on behalf of Thomas Banks. The Ypsilanti man says he was fired on August 4th after expressing his religious beliefs about homosexuality.
New tonight, the average clothing size for a woman in America is a size 14. Yet many stores and name brands continue to market towards smaller framed women. But recently, advertisers and designers alike have started to make a change.
TV5's Elena Holland visited Target earlier today, where the trend is resonating with local women.
The fashion industry hasn't always been accepting of all sizes. Businesses have even found themselves in hot water over size sensitivity. Walmart's Fat Girl Halloween costume and Target's Manatee Gray colored dress. But now, things are changing.
I think it's a change in our society and openness to embracing all different types of people, and it's all about loving yourself.
More and more magazine pages are showing fuller figured models and clothes. Stores are following that trend.
It would be a good idea for stores to offer more plus sizes.
For example, this month Target has released a new line, fashionable, affordable, plus-sized.
I think we have changing guest needs in society, but we're recognizing that more of our guests want to be able to wear trendy outfits.
The new line, called Ava and Viv, features styles you see on the runway, but on a real person.
We've gotten a lot of feedback from our guests specifically, asking for this type of product.
Target's new line is already available in stores in mid-Michigan. Many hope that this line encourages other stores to create more plus-size options.
You know what? We need options too, because you know what? I hate going into a really skinny store and I can't fit anything in there.
Plus sizes are no longer just for plus-size brands. The trend is including those fashion lines in popular stores. It's Target's new line, and others like it, that are making the fashion industry a little bit more size diverse.
If I'm big, shouldn't I be pretty too? Just because I'm big doesn't mean I shouldn't be pretty.
In Saginaw, Elena Holland, WNEM-TV5.
And that brings us to our fast feedback question of the night.
We want to know what you think of retailers like Target launching new plus-size clothing lines.
Sandra says, seeing as the majority of people in the U.S. are plus-sized, it's about time.
Paula says, I just hope designers have enough sense to know to add length as well as width. Not all of us are a 5 to 7.
And Matthew says, the truth is we Americans are fat pigs and think it's okay. The truth is we are eating ourselves to death, and if people exercised more, there wouldn't be a need.
Now remember, you can weigh in on the discussion by going to the comment section of the TV5 Facebook page. Well, a major fire at a manufacturing plant, and now hazmat has been called to the scene.
We have a crew on the scene, and we will hear from those working to put that fire out. A live report coming up tonight at 6. Plus,
there was no animosity on the phone when I called. The only thing, they were just kind of pushy of trying to sell me cheaper package.
An outraged customer speaking out after her cable company left a nasty message on her bill. We'll tell you what it said coming up.
And it's supposed to be all about the game, but plenty of you probably check out the Super Bowl just for the commercials. Well, there's a new way you can watch them without football getting in the way.